D-But, you and me were on the sideline down there at the Red River rivalry in Dallas, Texas, Texas State Fair. One of the greatest environments I've ever seen.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. 250,000 people at the State Fair. Then you got another 100,000 people in the Cotton Bowl watching these two teams battle. The one star of the game, Dylan Gabriel, quarterback of Oklahoma. Rushed for over 100, threw for over 250 plus, absolute dog. But on the defensive side for Oklahoma, a man that we knew of because his stats were ridiculous. He was leading the Big 12 in tackles before the game, still doing that afterwards. A man who stole the show because he's built like a damn defensive end, playing middle linebacker. Number 28, ladies and gentlemen, Danny Stutsman.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, sick shirt. Hold on. Let's dive right into it.
cool.
That's a picture after the big-time win of you smoking a cigar.
I'll see it.
Is this for sale right now?
It is for sale, actually. Appreciate you trying to plug in my merch. You can find it on my Twitter. I am also, at the end of the day, a broke college student, so anything helps. I'll send you guys some.
No, don't send us. We'll buy 20 of them. We'll buy 20 of them and make you have a good time in Norman. Hopefully, we'll be able to contribute to the boys having a night sometime. Do you guys still do that? Boys still have nights?
Yeah, man. It happens all the time, especially with the bye week. Some of the guys get together, maybe hit a karaoke night or something like that. You know how it goes.
Okay, so the boys over here would like to send the boys in Norman through your T-shirt 10 to 15 drinks. So we'll buy 50 of those shirts, and then we'll end up giving them away. We're proud of you, man. Way to run a little business, too, in the middle of this whole thing. Let's move along here in the conversation. Texas, the convo was, they're big, they're fast, they're strong. They've already proven themselves. They beat Alabama at Alabama. Oklahoma, with the stink that your team had surrounding you last year, coming into this year, I think people were just expecting you guys to fall in the big moment. Then we saw this video after the game of a speech that you gave beforehand, and I think you all knew immediately you were going to win, but you speaking to the team has made its way public, and this is a little bit of a highlight of that.
Hey, man, remember last year? Remember that feeling you'll get? And for you guys, hey, you'll feel it from me. I swear to God. Man, the way we win this game, physicality. All four quarters. They gotta feel us, man. Every day. I'm certain about two things in life. I'm certain that one, Oklahoma only fears God. And number two, Texas fears Oklahoma.
Whoa! What a moment. Was that the message all week from Venables and you and the boy? We got to be more physical, because that was certainly the case. Is that the mindset going in? And congrats to you guys executing.
I mean, absolutely, man. And physicality, is the number one thing in football, especially in that Red River rivalry, man. Looking back at the history of it, the team that wins the rushing battle and the team that wins the turnover margin is the team that's going to win the game, man. And that's how you got to dominate up front, man. And that's how it's done. So that's kind of was the whole emphasis, man. It's been the emphasis since last year. Obviously losing 49-0, and as a competitor, man, that's embarrassing. That's humiliating. Being a part of that. But we had a lot of guys, leave their winter break early, get back on campus. 49 med balls every single day, pretty much at workouts. Be reminded of that, and it's just the grind that we were willing to do. For that moment right there.
Love to hear about that. Did you black out in the middle of that speech, or was that premeditated out there?
Yeah, pretty much, man. I felt like I kind of remembered that D-Hop clip of him talking about how he only fears God, and I kind of took apart from that and then kind of made it my own. And because I remember Dan Cody, another crazy defensive end that played at Oklahoma, told me you always got to have a crazy speech. And so now I try to think of some stuff to really get the guys going. But kind of off the dome right there. If you want to get the guys pumped, obviously in a game like that at 11 a.m., a lot of emotion, man. Especially with a lot of people that didn't believe in us. Like you yourself, Pat. We saw the clip.
Yeah, okay.
But hey, it's okay. That's what we need.
I know now. I learned. Okay, I apologize. I can only go off the information that I have in the moment in which I'm speaking.
Yes.
And that Texas team, when we saw it play against Alabama, it was like, this looks like a college football playoff team. Like, this is what this looks like. And I hadn't seen you guys in person.
Yeah.
As soon as we saw you guys, were like, hold the phone now. Hey, Oklahoma's got some big boys, yourself included, Danny. Loved watching your team. Go ahead, AJ.
So we were lucky enough to be right there in the end zone on the sidelines the whole game. Is there any way for you to explain in words what that felt like once the clock hit zero and you guys won? We were watching you guys celebrate, and we could just see how excited, like it just seemed like the greatest moment. And so what was it like on the field afterwards and also in the locker room?
Yeah, on that field, specifically that last play, obviously when there's like a Hail Mary type of play like that where you can't really control because you're not in the end zone, being a white guy that can't really jump, they don't want you back there. They blitzed me. Probably a little bit better idea than just run back there. But, the ball was in the air for it felt like forever, man. And just kind of feeling hopeless because you can't do anything back there. But obviously when the ball hit the ground, that sense of relief, man, working so hard for that moment. Obviously it's just one game in the regular season, but, it means a lot to the state of Oklahoma. Looking in the locker room and seeing where that trophy case looking all empty, especially for the guys before us being keepers of the room, having that trophy there for so long, it's kind of been the narrative that what Oklahoma does. And, get it back finally, kind of clear up all that bad juju to say, man, just really, really proud of the team and how they performed.
Yeah, and if you think about the Oklahoma fans, if their year-round life is anything like what we saw, the amount of shit talking from Texas and Oklahoma, I mean, everybody is this, or like everybody in people's faces. As soon as you see just somebody wearing orange, boom, right there, if you're an Oklahoma fan. And if you're a Texas fan, as soon as you see anybody wearing Oklahoma stuff, it's like right in the face. So you guys last year, I assume Texas fans thought you guys were dead. Like Venables has come in, this is going to be a whole new team. So to get that win at that moment, I assume it's not just the players that are feeling incredible, the coaches that are feeling incredible, but the Oklahoma fans can once again say, hey, we're a fucking whack. You guys really are. Like, do you have the belief? And you said 49 med ball throws, and obviously you think about everything in the 49-0 game since then. But going into this year, did it feel like this team had the makings of a team that can go on a run? Because you are right now in a driver's seat to get everything that every team wants at the beginning of the season. Going in, did you guys know that? And how do you feel about the boys now?
Absolutely, man. With Coach Venables and the culture that he's brought, we're really prepared every single week. We prepare to a standard, not to the opponent. So every single week, nothing changes. Really, we have a lot of talented guys. Last year, with Dillon Gabriel getting hurt and everything, it kind of set us back a little bit. But really talented team, man. A lot of hardworking guys show up every single day, committed to the standard, committed to what it takes, man.
Tell me about Dillon Gabriel. I mean, he was cerebral, methodical, and then he was 120 yards, I think, rushing on the ground whenever he needed it. Took some big shots as well in there. Didn't blink whenever they needed him to make a big-time play. Tell me about your quarterback and your guys' thoughts of him in the locker room.
Yeah, Dillon has the it factor, man. He's really a Heisman, kind of dude right now, man. The way he's playing, man, the way he can sling the ball. I played with a lot of great quarterbacks. Caleb Williams, Spencer Rattler. You've seen a lot of great guys come through here, but the way Dillon handles himself is already like a professional, man. The way his eyes already he looks one way, and he's already knows his decision. He slings the ball across the field the other way, and it's just talented the way the guy operates, man. And really, we do team movies every single Friday, and I've never seen him watch the movie. He's always on his iPad watching film, studying. Being the most prepared guy because he doesn't want to be the dude who makes that mistake. That's just how Dillon is every single day.
What was the movie before Texas that Dillon Gabriel didn't watch?
All right, so last year we watched the movie Amsterdam, awful movie, and then for 11 a.m. kickoff, we were supposed to watch 300, didn't work. No. We watched Amsterdam, got our tail spanked. And so this year, went to bed super early, so we were really prepared.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Not even going to roll the dice on whether or not the movie stinks or can work. We got early bedtime. We got Texas in the morning. Darius has a question for you.
Yeah, you guys were really prepared. And obviously, the identity, a lot of people say the team takes on the identity of their coach. Want to know, number one, how's it playing for Venables? And number two, what was the mindset on that goal line stand? I know the defense started off the game. I think it was Gentry Williams with a pick on a slant early, so you guys came out the gate firing. But what was said? What was the mood in that huddle when it came to that huge goal line stand for that defense?
Yeah, to start off with Coach Venables, a lot of people don't know, but he's actually our scout team quarterback. And for your head coach to be the scout team quarterback and, pick apart the defense, because realistically he built the defense. So when he's out there slinging the rock, kind of embarrassing these dudes, we have to bring it every single day. And, that's the type of dude you want as your head coach, man. Someone's out. He'll lower the shoulder. He'll run you over.
Is he in pads? Is he in pads?
He's not in pads, man. But you'd be surprised, man. Coach V's a guy waking up at 5 a.m. to run stadiums, and he actually hurt his meniscus, and he was still at practice. Slinging the rock, man. Doesn't take any days off.
Hold on, he's in the training room getting his thing. He's got his ankle. He's getting his ankles taped before practice. How you doing, Stutsman? A fucking cook you today.
It's insane.
Is that real?
He gets more treatment than I think some of the guys right now, man. He puts a lot through his body, but, kind of looking back at that goal line stand, man, it's just the mentality, man. Obviously, when you get down to the 1 yard line, Texas has their jumbo package, whatever that means, bring in their defensive tackles. Yeah. And we have our linebacker, rolled down at DN, coming in there, Dahn McCullough. Kudos to him, man, brought it to him. smacked them. And then our Kip Lewis, a sophomore coming in, haven't played any snaps all game, making 3 big plays in on every tackle. And at that point, it's just heart, man. It's how bad you want it, man. How bad you want to be remembered, how bad you want your legacy to go as an Oklahoma Sooner.
Hell yeah. Go ahead, AJ.
As far as how physical you guys were, like that was a very, very physical game on both sides. But I noticed from the jump, from the first play, you guys, especially on defense and your offense too, you guys were trying to be like, you were the aggressors. You were going downhill and giving little nudges after the whistle and a little holding guys down for a second. Nothing dirty, but you guys, it looked like you were at a conscious effort. Like, hey, we want to be the more physical team. Is that something that you guys take pride in?
100%. Coach V always says good things come to those who attack. You can't really wait for anything, man. If you want it, you got to go out and get it. And that's kind of been the mentality of this team all year.
Hey, we were watching, the game, and I just got done with game day right into it. I just got done picking against you, then go right into, which I apologize. I learned. I do apologize. But then we go right into it, and then we do our first one, and it was pick. I think first series, second play, you guys get a pick. And we went to like a commercial break, like 45 seconds into the game. Those first 5 minutes were the longest 5 minutes in the history of football, which is a compliment to you guys. But as soon as it's up, AJ was like, the Oklahoma team is the one. They're the, you know what I mean? And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, look after the play. Like, they're getting up off the guys. Like, they're letting Texas know, like, hey, we are the physical ones here. And AJ played the same exact way. So I think he knew early, like, hey, this is a little bit of a different game. It wasn't like you guys were scared, not that you should be, but with the complete opposite, you guys are supposed to win that game. It was cool to watch it unfold. We were lucky to be there. No phone service, didn't know what down it was, how many yards you had to go, but it was awesome to be there and watch your team work. AQ has a question for you.
Yeah, Danny, after a huge win early in the season, how do you avoid the letdown as we go later in the season, and how do we kind of keep the foot on the gas pedal moving forward?
Absolutely, man. That's a great question. It's human nature to get complacent after a win like that. But obviously, I talked about it earlier, we prepared to a standard, not to an opponent. So the way we prepared against Arkansas State was the exact same way we prepared for Texas. Into this bye week, we had a Monday lift, had a lift this morning, talk to the guys, look, like this is where we separate ourselves from, being a good team to being a great team. I think good teams come into a bye week, kind of let off a little bit, don't put as much weight on that bar, and great teams really push themselves, really strive, to do what it takes. We have a full padded practice today, and I've already told the guys, look, like this is where we have to be physical. This is where the reps really count. We can take care of our bodies, but every single practice matters. We can't let a day go by where we're not getting better.
You got a massive neck. Did you see that, AJ? As he was talking about, we got full pad practice today. You got a big time neck. We're hitting today, huh? Stutz?
Oh, 100%, man. Coach V's got to look out, man, because we're coming.
Hey, tear his other meniscus.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what are we even talking about? What's your nickname? They call you Stutz?
Man, yeah, pretty much. Stutz, kind of, I don't want to steal the Boz's thing, but, I mean, it kind of just rolls off the tongue smooth, but you know how it goes.
Yeah, the nickname is a big part of it, especially if you're going to have a merch line. Stotts doing his thing. Speaking of who you just mentioned, Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, Danny, we saw the Boz kind of patrolling the sidelines during the game, and then he was obviously in the locker room with you guys post-game. Crazy because it seems like you are kind of the second coming of him in terms of just like the way you look out there, your personality and everything. What's your relationship like with the Boz, and what did you have any time with him before the game where he kind of maybe gave you some advice going in?
Yeah, throughout the entire game, the Boz was on the sideline. When you have one of the greatest linebackers to ever play, really kind of revolutionized the position. When he tells you something, and when he's like, you got to find the over by the tight end. Obviously that's you're thinking that right away, man, because this guy knows what he's talking about. And, the Boz is, he's come by, he's been a part of the program a lot more. He spoke to the team, before the season. He spoke to the team last year, just all about mindset and attitude and how the guy handles himself, man. So anything he says, I'm like a sponge for that knowledge, man, because, he's been through it. He knows exactly what it takes, exactly what it looks like.
What's your major?
I was business, but had to switch to communications.
Hell yeah.
Sweet. Yeah. I was communications major as well. I did not finish. I'm still in my pursuit of my degree. Sounds like you're a pretty intelligent dude, though. Or is that just football IQ?
I'd say it's a little bit of both. Obviously Coach Venables is always, that's a dude that has memory like an elephant, man. He's always spitting off stats. I think the first time I met him, he took us to dinner, and I sat next to him, and he was quizzing me with stuff, and I got every single question wrong. And at that point, I was like, man, I'm screwed. But, he kept faith in me, kept pouring into me. And, here I am today, man. But yeah, I've been raised good, man. Try to be smart at times. Obviously, we play linebacker, so in a few years will probably be different when I hardly.
No. A few years, 10, 15 years. This is what your future looks like.
You're wearing a special helmet.
That is what your future looks like right there next to us, in front of a fake bookshelf. Oklahoma fans obviously know that you're all in on Oklahoma. You've been there for a while, a lot of transition. Now, Stutz, I'm gonna let you know. After talking to you, I love you. Okay. Absolutely love you. After watching you play football, love you. Yeah. After the cigar thing and the press conference moment with Coach Venables, love everything about you. Just want to let you know, love everything about you. This tattoo you got on your thigh, though, real?
I mean, I kind of kept up. I can actually, it might be real, it might be fake. I think you guys can see it right there.
Yeah, it looks pretty real.
It's pretty real.
Hey, it could be a temporary tattoo, man. I'll kind of leave it up. Maybe in 20 or 25 years, we can go back to this discussion. But, Texas fans, it is whatever they want to believe. I'm kind of getting backlash. They say whenever I'm taking a shit or something, I'm going to see it. But, I'm staring at my phone anyway, so I don't really care.
Stutz. I love that you're a legend already, pal. I don't think you had a link to your shirts, so we made a little scan thing for people to be able to purchase this for you. Let's go ahead and support Stutz.
Hell yeah.
Let's go ahead and let Stutz have a good time while he's in college with his name, image, likeness. This is the exact purpose of this type of thing. Dude balls out, has a massive moment. We can give our congratulations through a purchase of a shirt. We're proud of you, buddy. Keep crushing it, and congrats to your Oklahoma Sooners for having a great start this year.
I appreciate you guys for having me, man. This is an honor, man.
You guys play West Virginia this year or no?
Yeah, we do.
In West Virginia or in Oklahoma?
No, we played them last year at West Virginia. They freaking got us, man. I can't believe that.
Did we?
It was the first time in a long time.
Morgantown's a tough place.
Dude, it was freezing cold, rainy. It was brutal, but yeah.
Welcome to Big 12 football. Okay, sorry about it. Anyways, good luck the rest of the way. You're the best. Ladies and gentlemen, Denny Stutsman.
Yeah.